Skrill, boys, TGD, and Vits. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Well, this is a very interesting video topic to talk about right now. For those not in the know, Jurassic World Evolution 3 is just around the corner. And when I mean just around the corner, I mean it's going to be releasing October 21st. This video is not at all sponsored, but I did want to take a closer look at the game as much as what we know right now. Basically, this video is going to be critiquing what I don't like about the game, saying what I do like, and suggesting some enhancements that can be made before launch day, and also predicting the remaining species that we hopefully will get. And some of the picks that I have are a little biased, if I do say so myself. So, anyways, let's get into it, shall we? Now, before we talk about all the spicy new content that Jurassic World Evolution 3 has in store for us, I think we need to take a moment to talk about its two predecessors. Of course, I'm referring to Jurassic World Evolutions 1 and 2, published and developed by Frontier Games. Now, you might be asking, who's Frontier? Well, you may be familiar with another game that they've made called Planet Coaster, which is essentially just the Evolution series of games, but, well, Disney slash Universal theme park manager simulator 2025. So, yeah, when Frontier announced that they were going to be making a Jurassic park building simulator, yeah, they were well equipped to do so. This eventually led to the announcement and then release of Jurassic World Evolution 1 for a numerous amount of platforms. The game was a critical hit and an instant success. So, of course, that meant that a sequel that would improve and keep what the first game did well was inevitably going to happen. It happened 3 years later. It was aptly named Jurassic World Evolution 2. It added more species. It fine tuned the park building aspect, added some new rides, some new customizable buildings, although you couldn't really customize them yourselves, they were pre selected, and even better security. Yeah, I can't say that with 100% honesty and truthfulness, but yeah. And then they decided, yeah, let's just spam DLC content. And what I mean by DLC content, I mean like 14 free updates. Good Lord. And this added, well, the updates mainly added new species, which capped the already impressive 75 species, 80 if you were willing to fork up some extra money for the deluxe edition, to 121 species. Oh boy. So, so what could a third game do to improve a second game that also introduced dinosaur social behaviors, uh, more intricate park management, and environments that weren't restricted to islands? The answer? Babies! So yeah, babies. They're somewhat compensation for well, um, the less bloated roster. But they're the cutest excuse for not having as many dinosaurs as we did at the end of Jurassic World Evolution 2. And it's frankly been a feature that everyone has been asking for Frontier to do for a long time now. And, I mean, yeah, uh, time well spent. But I'm afraid I have to add that not all species can have little cute bobbles. As stated in an article on the Jurassic World Evolution 3 website, or rather, a page on the Jurassic World 3 website, it says that 7 species will not be able to breed, and everyone collectively did a process of elimination and pretty much knew that these 7 mysterious dinosaurs that weren't going to be able to breed or have babies were the hybrids. The initial theory also stated that possibly smaller animals such as Compsognathus, Morus intrepidus, Lestrosaurus, and Hamalocephalae weren't going to have babies because of how freaking small they are. Well, hybrids, I mean, the website has the Indominus Rex and Ankylodocus on it, and they don't have any babies, so I think this is telling for what the roster is going to look like, isn't it? But it isn't all about the dinosaurs. I mean, I mean, technically it is if your game is called Jurassic World Evolution 3, but well, what are you gonna do when you have brand, a brand attached to it, a dinosaur brand, no less. There's also some new gameplay features. Sort of coming back to the babies, with having to manage such rascally little boogers, that will admittedly create new problems for managing your park. And of course, making sure they don't get eaten by a hungry carnivore every once in a while. But that will be up to you if you want that to happen, if you know what I mean. Anyways, the fact is that you are in control of the chaos or to happen or not to happen. And also, you manage your own park. And you kind of have to make sure that it's worth your while. I'll just say that. One thing that they've improved upon from the previous 2 games with managing your park and, more importantly, building your park is adding modular building, which allows you to customize buildings to your heart's content and allows you to share your creations throughout the World Wide Web. And if you don't feel like putting in all the effort to customizing your own building, hotel, restaurant, even a restroom, don't worry, because you can simply just look on a recommended page and basically download other people's builds. So basically, shared content on Smash Ultimate, but without all the unnecessary weird stuff that comes along with it. If you know, you know. Now, of course, with the arrival of newborns and juveniles, it naturally comes as a admittedly pain in the am to nurture them. Well, the dinosaurs do all the work of that, but it's your job to keep them in check and make sure they don't pick up any bad behavior from their own adult. themselves. So basically, what I'm trying to say here is that basically babies will carry on traits from their parents, and if they are bad traits, boy, good luck managing your park. Which, of course, leads us into a third point of contention: breakouts and security. Security and the managing of breakouts are much more easier this time round, or harder, I should say, because, yet again, with the prospect of babies, they could either be in danger or are the danger. Didn't expect that, did you? The website is divided up into at least 5 categories: build your own Jurassic World, generation of dinosaurs, creativity evolved, epic globe-trotting campaign. Sorry for the uh, grammar jumble up, and control the chaos. These are this is admittedly stuff that I've already kind of gave a general summary about, but it also is nice to just, well, you know, freshen up a little bit. Managing your park is fairly easy. Prevent escapes, make sure that each of the dinosaurs have habitats that suit their needs, visually appeal to your guests, i.e., make your park look beautiful and stunning, so that way they'll leave a 5-star review on Yelp, and make sure the dinosaurs, all dinosaurs, no matter big or small, young or old, are in check. And make sure that the habitat is also suited to the baby's needs. An extra challenge for those who are looking for it. Of course, I also mentioned modular building. You can customize your own buildings and also terraform the earth. Uh, Basically, you get to be God in this situation. But, I mean, who wouldn't want to terraform the earth? I wouldn't, but you can do it in Jurassic World Evolution 3, October 21st. It's not a promotion, it is just stating fact. And as previously stated, you can download shared cross platform community creations using the Frontier Workshop, as said on the website. And as an additional little bit of challenge, there's a campaign mode. Well, a story mode in quotations for gamers who don't like the word campaign. But yeah, Epic Globetrotting Campaign mode is what I'm going to call it. And yeah, it's basically putting all your skills to the test, modular building, the management of adults and juvenile dinosaurs and other species, your security, and overall just your park management skills as a whole. And of course, it wouldn't be Jurassic Park if something went wrong. And yeah, if Murphy's law is true, whatever can go wrong will go wrong. Uh, yeah, classic old Murphy. Yeah. Basic gist of that description of control the chaos: don't allow escapes. Make sure you keep your park enticing and prepare for the inevitable and the unexpected, as these are animals, and animals are unpredictable as hell. But considering that we've already talked about the new content, and considering that maybe you are somewhat familiar with the new content, let's talk about the part where many fans are starting to speculate about, and that's the roster. So, why would someone in the Jurassic Park community be worried about a park builder's roster? Well, I'll just sum it up in a single sentence. For some Jurassic Park fans, some of the species that are included in the Evolution series are their first introduction to that species. Let me explain. When the first two Evolution games released, they not only included the essentials, well, as definition by essentials, I mean movie dinosaurs, the ones that appeared in one of the six movies up until that point. Your T Rexes, your Velociraptors, your Dilophosaurus, your Brachiosaurus, your Triceratops, your Stegosaurus. You get the idea. And, well, in order to spice things up, they decided to include some some new, some brand spanking new dinosaurs to the roster to sort of freshen it up. Dinosaurs like Suchomimus, Carcharodontosaurus. Hell, even in the second game when avian and marine species were properly introduced, Dunkleosteus and Thanatos Draken, even. To say that these species have seen somewhat boosts in popularity, or they're just personal picks of mine because, well, I was introduced to them through Jurassic World Evolutions 1 and 2. Yeah, they definitely hold a place in many people's hearts. So, yeah, it would be kind of hard pressed if one of them got cut from the new Jurassic World Evolution game that has babies as one of its main focal points. Yeah, you could see why people are a bit distressed about this. But first, we must see the confirmed species on the website, of course. And the total count of that is 30. I expected more. Well, it's technically 29, considering that one of the species featured on the website is for it's for the deluxe edition, and there will be three other species in the deluxe edition to make up four new species. So technically, if you just buy base Jurassic World Evolution 3, you're getting 78 new species. Well, species in general. So, yeah. The 29 that will be included in the base game, no deluxe edition taken into account for, are as follows: Allosaurus, Ankylodocus, Ankylosaurus, Atrociraptor, Attenborosaurus, Brachiosaurus, Ceratosaurus, Dunkleosteus, Gallimimus, Giganotosaurus, Amalocephalae, Ichthyosaurus, Iguanodon, Indominus rex, Lokiceratops, Mosasaurus, Patagotitan, Psittacosaurus, Pteranodon, Quetzalcoatlus, Sauropelta, Spinosaurus, Stegosaurus, Triceratops, Troodon, Tropognathus, Tyrannosaurus rex, Utahraptor, and Velociraptor, technically Deinonychus. Yes, you've been lied to all your life. The Jurassic Park Velociraptors are actually a very a semi-accurate depiction of Deinonychus. Yeah, it applies for the first three park films, but the World trilogy, that excuse is kind of gone. But anyways, yeah, a little bit of fun trivia for you to spice up this video a little bit. The one additional species to this 30 species count on the website comes in from the deluxe edition, that being Guanlong, a tyrannosaurid. And it will be joined by three others, two of which are returnees, and the other one is a new dinosaur. So, yeah, if you want to get the whole 82 dinosaurs package deal, Evolution 3 thing, you're going to have to fork up some extra green dollar bills. Not at all saying that you should or shouldn't do this, but it's just for the sake of this video that we're going to include them in our general species count. So 82 species. And now we get to talk about the species that were featured in the many showcases and gameplay trailers that we've seen throughout the last couple weeks to months. And yeah, I took it upon myself for my autistic rear hiney to make a list of all the confirmed dinosaurs, and also the ones that are being hinted at but are not confirmed yet. Either they be hinted at via a statue, or they are really out of focus of the camera, and we can only use our imagination and copium to guess what they are. The species are as followed, and they are divided into three categories: the earth dwellers, the sky soarers, and the ocean natators. Sorry if I mispronounced that. And, oh, yeah, and the hybrids, I guess. Okay. These species are as followed: Allosaurus, Ankylosaurus, Apatosaurus, Archaeornithomimus, Atrociraptor, Baryonyx, Brachiosaurus bronchi, Carnotaurus, Ceratosaurus, Chunkingosaurus, Compsognathus, Concavenator, Dilophosaurus, Diplodocus, Dreadnoughtus, Gallimimus, Giganotosaurus, Guanlong, Homalocephalae, Iguanodon, Lokiceratops, Lutrosaurus, Microceratus, Morus intrepidus, Nezutoceratops, Pachycephalosaurus, Parasaurolophus, Patacotitan, Protoceratops, Psittacosaurus, Sauropelta, Sinoceratops, question mark? Spinosaurus, Stegosaurus, Triceratops, Troodon, Syntiosaurus, T-Rex, Utahraptor, Velociraptor, Dimorphodon, Geostembergia, Pteranodon, Quetzalcoatlus, Tarpegea, the Donatodraken, sorry if I mispronounced that, Tropognathus, Attenborosaurus, Dunkleosteus, Ichthyosaurus, Megalodon, and Mosasaurus. That makes for a grand total of 51 species, 52 if you count that Sinoceratops thing, and yeah, the two hybrids as well. That makes the 50. That actually just makes the 51 species count. Of course, those two hybrids being Ankylodocus and Indominus rex. So minus that little hiccup with Sinoceratops, there are 51 confirmed species as we know. However, there are 3 mystery species that are being hinted at but haven't been revealed yet. Those being Eutyrannus, the previously mentioned Sinoceratops, and Disungaripterus. Sorry if I mispronounced that. And if we count the hybrids in this situation, that boosts this number to not just 3, but 8. With those missing hybrids being Indoraptor, Scorpius rex, Stegoceratops, Spinoraptor, and the dreaded Spinoceratops from Camp Cretaceous. So if we take into account those 8 ambiguous returnees, then we can boost our final count up to 59. No, yeah, 59. 60 returnees. Good Lord. But we're gonna stick to what I have down on my notes, and we're just gonna say that there are 57 species at the moment. I will share those species in the next section. Like I said, 57 species is a lot. And does leave little room for returning species and even new species to come in. I mean, we've only gotten three new species for the base game, five if you technically count Protoceratops and Guanlong as a part of that, but they're part of the deluxe edition. And yeah, you pretty much already know the situation already. So yeah, it doesn't really help that the fact that even though this list of returnees is good, it does have some admittedly small flaws. And when I mean small, I mean Archeon and Orthomimus and Synsatosaurus. I mean, they aren't really wasted. Okay, they are wasted slots, but I definitely can see their appeal. But yet again, I feel like that people would have reacted better, say, if Struthiomimus or Allura Titan were to replace the both of them. And that would have been a lot better, in my opinion. But those are just my thoughts on the roster. They're really quick because I want to get to the exciting stuff. I really do think that Frontier tried their best here, but I mean, what you gonna do? You're gonna have to make tough decisions when you're cutting down a roster. Am I right? But anyways, none of that melancholic tone. Let's get on a much more uplifting note. Let's actually talk about some returnees. Before I do, I have to I have to disclose something. There are actually two new species that were revealed. Well, I say new, but they're actually returnees. One of which I actually predicted, and that was Krithosaurus. Because in the little gameplay trailer tutorial thingy, when they're talking about the Loki Ceratops and how to make an exhibit for them, it mentions in the top, no, the bottom left, bottom right corner that you have to prepare the enclosure for a Corythosaurus, which, yeah, just pseudo confirms it in the game. So, yeah, that's one less returnee. That is no longer a prediction, but now is confirmed. We also have Stygimoloch, Pachycephalosaurus's smaller cousin, and yeah, really excited to see it back. But I mean, like, it's kind of predicted at this point because it's featured in the movies, so no real shocker there. But it's still lovely to see it return. But now we come to the part you've all been waiting for. What are the other 20 returnees that I had in there along with Corythosaurus? And the newcomers that I've also thought up of. I originally had four, but since Stygimoloch kind of ate up a slot, yeah, I'm going to have to settle for three newcomers. And to make it even more fair, I'm going to give one to the land species, another to the sky soaring species, and another to the ocean dwellers. Basically, we're given one to each species type. So without further ado, here are the returnees that I predict will return. Yeah, that could have been more creative, but you get the point. These are as follows: Amargasaurus, Archelon, Australovenator, Barbadactylus, Dinochirus, and Montosaurus, Euopocapulus, Gigantoraptor, Herrerasaurus, Cephalopterus, sorry if I mispronounced that, Chronosaurus, Memenchisaurus, Metracanthosaurus, Minmi or Minmai, Changosaurus, Segisaurus, Shonosaurus, Sinosauropteryx, Styracosaurus, and Suchomimus, my boy. Do I think that these 20 will make it in? Maybe. And are they my predictions and my personal opinions? Yes. And you are And you can feel free to disagree with me in the comments down below or just out loud. But to kind of sway you otherwise, or just to convince you, uh, I'm going to talk about four in particular because I'm kind of a bit on a bit of a time crunch here. So, yeah, let's start with my homeboy Suchomimus. I mean, what's there to say that hasn't been said? I mean, like it's a very unique dinosaur. It frankly, I mean, like the evolution series is why I love this dinosaur. I mean, like the design and how it acts is perfect. I mean, I, like the design is immediately top tier because it's based off the Julius Chutney illustration made for the Jurassic World website back in 2015, and I really love how it how Frontier translated it to the Evolution series, and I definitely think it should return in that form. I would I would also be fine with it returning in its Chaos Theory form, but I see that as just kind of a skin that Frontier releases as DLC. But anyways, please return Suchomimus to me, Frontier, please, in its purest form, that being the design that you so graciously gave us. Chronosaurus. Chronosaurus is a very famous marine species and also is one of the more visually pleasing ones as well. And yeah, there's really nothing more to say about it, but it's just visually pleasing. It has a good design and it's well known. And honestly, really, it's just the fact that also this specific category doesn't really have that much marine species in it. So yeah, could you please fix that, Frontier? Please? And thank you. Memenchisaurus. I'll keep this one short and sweet. Even though it was briefly seen in the Lost World for a couple seconds, those couple seconds made a damn immeasurable impact on the fandom. Basically, they want it back in a movie desperately. But Frontier supplied them with an appearance in their newest Park Builder series. Now, admittedly, the design does look different from the one that was in the Lost World. It's just got a different posture and some polishes on the model. I would really love a Lost World variant of it, as well as others would love to see that. But anyways, yeah, Memenchisaurus, it's obscure Jurassic Park dinosaur. Would really love to see it return. Jeholopterus. Finally, I can say this guy's name without screwing up. The Jello, or as I like to call him, or I just like to call him as of right now, sole reason I want him back. He's cute and adorable, and he's fluffy, and he has these little cute little ears that I don't want removed, and he eats bugs, for crying out loud. Frontier, please keep the cuteness. I need it. Last but certainly not least, we have the three newcomers I have in mind. And yeah, three is admittedly really small and niche. But we have to make do with what we have because there are a lot of returnees that I want to see come back. But we still got to make room for newcomers. So here are the three newcomers that I would love to see for Jurassic World Evolution 3's roster. Kai-Kai-Filu, a mini mosasaurid from the late Cretaceous period. Yeah, it's admittedly a weird little bugger, as it's just a smaller version of Mosasaurus in a period where Mosasaurus actually existed, which is really weird, and I would really love to see it in juxtaposition to its much more massive cousin. But, anyways, another reason why I decided to choose Kai-Kai-Filu is because of its spotlight in Prehistoric Planet Season 1. And also just the fact that its name is so satisfying to pronounce and say and hear. Frontier, please add this beauty of a mosasaurid into this game. Please and thank you. Next up, we take to the skies and soar alongside Hapsegopteryx, an Asdarchiid, and in contention with Quetzalcoatlus for the largest avian animal to ever fly. Yet again, prehistoric planet bias coming in. Hatzegopteryx in that series was goaded, and honestly, I just loved how it was depicted in that series. From what it looked to how it acted to the scenes it was in. I mean, like, it was just like terrifying in the sense that it was realistically terrifying. But anyways, those factors combined really make me want to have this big bird in this game. And also, who wouldn't want to see a Quetzalcoatlus and a Hatzegopteryx go at it in an aviary? I would. I am so immature. And the last newcomer I would love to see is a carnivorous land animal. Considering that the rest of the newcomers are mostly herbivorous and only one is a land-based carnivore, I say we fix that. And instead, we bring in Mapusaurus, a carcharodontosaurid from South America, and would be a pseudo replacement for Carcharodontosaurus. Admittedly, I kind of see why people hate the design, but also, it's still clearly Carcharodontosaurus. And if it is going to go away for a brief bit, probably going to get a redesign in the process, then Mapusaurus would definitely be a worthy successor for Carcharodontosaurus. But don't worry, Carchar, you will not be forgotten, and Mapusaurus will make sure of that. Frontier, if you're listening, somehow, please add Mapusaurus into the game in honor of Carcharodontosaurus. But anyways, that's all I have to say for Jurassic World Evolution 3. The game is really getting me excited, and I might think about buying it. But of course, I gotta manage, you know, adult stuff. But anyways, what should I do? How should I? Oh yes, an outro. Uh, Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, all that stuff. Share this video with your friends, and also just spread the love. And yeah. Uh, what else is there to say? Oh yes, long live the Skrills. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.